Jordan Ellis here for LowKick, mate. And I'm delighted to be joined by Herbert ahead of his fight at UFC London. How's it going, Jai?
I'm all good, man. All good, man. Yeah, man. I'm just really excited, man, to finally get to perform in front of fans, on the UFC. So I'm looking forward to.
How's training going right now in terms of the camp? It's what are we out now, about 5 or 6 weeks? Is it like bang in the middle of camp for you?
Yeah, like 5.5 weeks out now. So yeah, we're like in the middle of camp. I've been I'm always in shape anyway. So but yeah, I've been in camp, for a good few weeks now. So yeah, man, all good. I'm firing. So I'm ready to go, man. Probably I could go next week, mate. To be honest, or I could go use the weekend. I'll be ready to go. So it's got to make sure I peak and stuff, which I will be on there fight night, March 19th.
Yeah, and just before we get into that, I just want to take a minute to reflect on 2021 for you. Obviously, we've just had the turn of the new year. 1 win, 1 loss, but crucially, you got that first UFC win. And I just want to go through the emotions of that and how it felt like after a couple of setbacks, getting that big win on the biggest stage you possibly can.
Yeah, man, it was a relief more than anything, I think. I mean, I thought when I got the win, I thought I'd be like, buzzing and that, and I'll be like, I don't know, emotional or something. I don't know, but I don't really get too emotional, to be honest. But yeah, when I won, I was just like, you know what, I'm just relieved. I've finally got a win in the UFC. I didn't want to go there and not get a win and then get cut or something. So I was just as soon as I got that win, I was relieved, and I really felt like it really helped my confidence, and I deserve to be here after that first win. So I'm looking to build on from that now, and start putting a winning streak together.
Yeah, absolutely. And the next one, as we said, UFC London, March 19th, and took a little while to announce, but the opponent is Mike Davies, really good fighter. Only lost to Gilbert Burns and Sadiq Yusuf. So what do you make of him?
Yeah, man, he's a good fighter, good striker. Yeah, man. Yeah, he's in good shape. Yeah, he's a good boxer and that as well. So yeah, man, it's going to be an exciting fight for the fans. I think looking on the card, I think that is one of the one fights that stands out for me anyway. My fight against Mike. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it, man. Looking forward to the challenge. This is what I live for, man. So I'll bring it on.
Yeah, and as you mentioned, in terms of fight of the night, when I'm looking at the card, I am looking at this fight because obviously UK fans will know Mike from his fight with Mason Jones, which was one of the best ones of the year last year. Is that something you're kind of gunning for or expecting to happen on March 19th? Just a bit of a barn burner?
To be honest, I don't go into a fight looking to war with anyone. To be honest, I'm looking to pick you apart and put you away. You know what I mean? But I'll be prepared for any situation. If it's a 3-round war, whatever, I'll be there for that. But I'm looking to get in there, stick it on him, and put him away, mate. That's my game plan anyway. That's my game plan every single one of my fights I've ever fought at. You know what I mean? So yeah, but I always prepare for these long, hard fights because that's what you got to do. So yeah, man, bring it on.
Yeah, I'm just curious, as the kind of the tape study starters, have you and your team managed to kind of pinpoint some areas to target on him come fight night?
Yeah, you know what? I watched obviously when I got the name, I watched him at the start of camp and stuff, but I don't like to go watching, I don't know, every single one of his fights from 5-6 years ago or whatever, because that's pointless. I just watched the main ones, the last 2 or 3 fights, and go from there. My coaches will have a look as well, but we say we don't get too deep into our opponent. We see what we look at his go-tos and what he likes to do, because he throws a lot of techniques, you know what I mean, but everyone has their go-tos, you know what I mean, so you got to you'll see them, but like I say, I'll concentrate more on myself and you go from there, innit, you don't want to be too involved in the opponent because then you start thinking about what he does all the time instead of what you want to do. So that's why I like to concentrate on myself more.
Absolutely.
That makes sense, yeah?
Yeah, absolutely. And for you, this is a huge fight, as you mentioned at the top of the interview. This is your first one in the UFC in front of an actual crowd. So this is going to be a big moment for you.
Yeah, man, I'm excited, man. The last 3 fights have been behind closed doors. So they've been a bit weird, man. So I'm really excited to get back in there in front of the crowd. And I feel like I really thrive in front of the crowd. Like I love it. I love fighting in front of a crowd. And I thrive on that on the crowd and on their reactions to everything. I even thrive on when I've fought in broad. Like I remember I fought in Belgium one time and the crowd was really against me. I was even on the walkout. I had like my opponents like fans all like right next to me, like shouting abuse at me and everything. But all that stuff it just gets me going, like thrives me to do better. So and like even with my support, or if you're not supporting me, just the atmosphere gets me going, man. So I'm just excited to get it cracking. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. It's UFC London card, something I've been dreaming of for 3 years, and you as an actual fighter signed to UFC. I can't imagine how big this is for you right now. With everything that's going on with the ticket sales, did some of your family and friends actually are they gonna make it to the show, or how's that working out for you?
Yeah, I managed to I had like I think the UFC sent me like a link like to get some within. I think it was I only had like a couple of hours to like secure some tickets for like close family and friends, like, and so I managed to get a few for like my close family and friends, but I couldn't like get loads of tickets for like all my friends and stuff. So it's mad, man. I think it's terrible like how they like all these bots, like bots and that, and people buy these tickets and then sell them for like triple the price and that. I mean, it's disgusting, man. But something needs to change about that, I think.
Yeah, so 100% need to change. They're getting bought.
Yeah.
I think bots are buying 8 tickets at a time, and then they're going straight onto these, sell-on sites for like treble, like 4 times the price. It's crazy. So I'm just glad to hear that you got a few for your family and friends, and you'll have some support there. And obviously, it's such a huge event, and I just want to get your opinion on the card being topped by Tom Aspinall. A fairly newcomer to the UFC who's made great strides, but already topping the card so early into his career. What do you make of it?
Well, I think he's been killing it, hasn't he? He's got 4 straight wins. I think fair play to him, man. As well, he's a heavyweight, so everyone wants to see a heavyweight fight, don't they? So fair play to him, man. Yeah, man, he deserves it, man. He had a great win against Andre Volosky. Is it? Am I getting it right? Sorry.
Yeah.
I lost ski. I should know that. Yeah, and then, you know what I mean? And he had a win after that, hasn't he? Was that his last fight, Andre?
Spivak.
No, he won again, didn't he? Yeah, that's what I mean. So, like, he's doing bits, man. He's a heavyweight, so that'd be good, man, to have like, an English heavyweight champion. That'd be awesome. So it's good, man. I see that Coleman's Arnold Allen as well against Hooker, so that's gonna be a class fight as well, man. Arnold's been training with us at Renegade at the minute, so he's a fucking top fighter, man. So I'm really looking forward to seeing him get the win.
Yeah, and Arnold's one of them guys who seems to have been knocking on the door for ages. He's got 8 wins in a row, and he just can't seem to get over that hump or get the big fight. But this is it, really, isn't it? Dan Hooker's one of the most, one of the most popular lightweights, and now he's dropping
wicked
down.
Fight, man.
Yeah, it's a huge opportunity.
So it's a wicked fight for him, man. So like, yeah, man, this is his moment now. So he's got to go out there and take it. You know what I mean? Which I believe he will do. And then he can knock on them for like looking to get title shots and stuff. That'd be class.
Absolutely. And just the final thing on UFC London, there's about 8 or 9 Cage Warriors, former fighters on this card. I asked Nathaniel Wood about this the other day. But why is it Cage Warriors are continually producing top level talent, and this is just a huge showcase of that, isn't it? With so many fights on the card.
Yeah, it's just a setup at Cage Warriors. I mean, the level of fighters across Europe, across the world now. They've got shows out in America and stuff. They're producing. They're getting the best talent in, and the way they build them up as well. You know what I mean? They build them up fight after fight. They'll build them up. You know what I mean? And they get and you get to improve. I mean, when I was at Cage Warriors, like the fights I had, the levels kept stepping up, and it improved me. You know what I mean? Made me better. And then that's what they do there. They get the best talent in, and they build that talent up, and then they're ready to go into the UFC. You know what I mean? So the proof is in the pudding, like you say. There's 9 Cage Warriors fighters on at London, and it's no mistake. You know what I mean? It's no secret. that obviously that Cage was his top promotion.
Absolutely, and just moving on from UFC London, all going well here. You go in, get the win. What's the goal for 2022? How many fights do you want to have first of all?
Yeah, I'd like to have 3-4 fights. You know what I mean? I want to put on a great performance. I'm going to put on a great performance, get the win, and get myself a new contract. And looking to have another 2-3 fights in this year. You know what I mean? I want to keep the ball rolling. I want to stay active. I think that's the only way that you can improve and get better. I'm 33 now, so I need to stay active. And these are my prime years, so I need to build on now and kick on from this. But I'll take it fight after fight by fight. You know what I mean? I'm not looking past Mike or anything. He's a top fighter. So I'm going to get myself in the best shape I can be, which I already feel like in great shape at the minute, and I've still got 5.5 weeks. So I'm excited for this fight, and I'm going to put all my all into this fight.
So is this the last on your current contract, the first contract? Is this
the
last night? Yeah.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
And then you can get the win here, go in, renegotiate. And then is the plan for you, obviously, when you come to the UFC, they seem to throw your foot to the wall straight away. Obviously, cage world champion, as you said, getting, a bit older. Is that the plan to go back in with them guys, or are you happy for the slow build?
Whatever they think or whatever my management thinks, you know what I mean, and we'll go from there. I mean, I went in with two veterans, two top fighters. I've been in the top 10, top 5 of the UFC in their divisions. I went in against them. I mean, I think it was a blessing in disguise, going straight in with them instead of going in with lower level fighters. They're all top fighters in the UFC. They're the best, but there's levels in the UFC. And then going in with a couple of lower level fighters and then getting thrown into them, then finding out what it's really about. One guy that just went straight in there, found out what it's really about, and it helped me so much to improve my game and what I need to work on and stuff and what to expect against these guys. Do you know what I mean? And I'm just happy how everything happens for a reason, man. And I'm just happy how I'm just trusting in the process at the moment. So yeah, man, it's all good.
Yeah, and talking about the processes, by the end of the year, if you get this win here, a few more fights this year, where do you expect it to be? Do you expect to be knocking on the door of them rankings, in the rankings by the end of 2022?
Yeah, that would be lovely, man. I'd love to get into the rankings. But like I say, I'm just concentrating on this fight. I'm taking it fight by fight. I mean, I made a mistake before, thinking I got in the UFC, thinking, and I want to get in straight into the top 15 and do this and do that. But now I'm just taking everything fight by fight. That's what I'm doing. And I'm pushing. That's what I'm going to be pushing for, to get to the top 15, obviously. But my whole focus is on my next fight. So yeah, man, that's the best thing to do. I can take it fight by fight, keep getting the wins.
Absolutely, and it's a banger of a fight. Mike Davis, March 19th, UFC London. Can't wait to watch, mate. I wish you the best of luck with fight camp and the fight. I really can't wait to watch it. And hopefully we'll speak soon. Yeah, man. Hit me up, brother. Nice speaking to you. Yeah. Nice one. Speak to you, man.
Make sure to subscribe to the LowKick MMA YouTube channel for all the latest news, event previews, and interviews with some of the biggest stars in MMA.